Get this started right with a sip of beer. We're at Widener Park, Chi-Li, New York, disc golf. We're about to play the back 9. We already played the front 9. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. Click the thing on the top of the screen. This course, it's a par 58. Front 9's a little bit easier than the back 9. Seems like a lot of courses are like that. As you can see, I shot even par. Pretty good for me on the front 9. Let's see if we can keep the par train rolling. Hole 10, 312. It is a hard dog leg right. It's like a forehand with a hard fade or just a straight shot setup. I go, why not? Anheuser spike shot. Maybe that'll work. And as you can see, I can't see it. Camera can't see it. I looked for this disc for like half an hour, and that's where it ended up. Past the pin, over by the hole, the basket for 18. Throw a little pitch hyzer with my pig. And should be an easy par. A very weird par for this hole, but a par nonetheless. Foot fault, no. Now we're going to go on to the doozy. This is it. Bush did hole 11. 911 feet. Par 5. It is just long. Fairway goes straight. There's that gap right in front of me. I am going to go with the big hyzer with my champion Orc. Throw it way out there. Let it fade back to the fairway. I should have the power to do this. Hopefully I don't lose my disc like the last time I tried to do this. But nonetheless, you can see that little opening to the right up there, and I pured it. Perfect. Fades out. Unbelievable. I'm over here going, oh my God, I just made a shot. Let's go. As you can see, I'm happy. Now, you're still extremely far from the basket. So I'm going to go with my destroyer. Keep it not too high. Somewhat low, straight, hard. That is a great second shot. Right now I'm thinking this might be the best I've ever played this hole. I should have a pretty easy approach into a birdie putt. But I'm at this weird distance, a little bit farther than I like with a putter. My mid-ranges, I don't really throw very straight. I took my buzz out of my bag because I was scared to lose it. So I go with my red rhino. It flips up too much, carries to the right, and stays in bounds, luckily. But we're looking at a circle 2 putt. This is a birdie putt, which is nice. So of course I'm running it. I'm gonna have to straddle out because there's a low-hanging branch in the way. And just not a very good attempt. It is cold, it's 27 degrees. Tough putting like that. But I'll take it. Easy par. We've now parred 12 straight holes. It's pretty good for me. I'm pretty happy. Now we're going to go from the big long hole to the short touchy hole. 242, the second shortest hole in the course. It's pretty much straight. The little touch of right at the end. You want to throw something straight, maybe flips up a little, or a forehand. I was feeling sassy right now. So I'm like, I'll go big forehand, hyzer shot, throw it out wide, it'll come back, no problem. And then I didn't execute. It just kind of went straight and just hyzered into the woods. Listen. Yeah, crashes to the trees. That's all out of bounds. So, out of bounds stroke. I'm going to come out of the woods here, place it somewhere very carefully with precision. Yeah, it looks about right. And now I'm going to be throwing here for 3. The basket's kind of protected behind that fence, between those branches. You can't really give it a run, so I'm just going to try to give it a little anti-putt, float it up there, tap in my bogey. As they say, take my medicine, sip a beer, and I'll take my bogey. 1 over through 12 at Chi-Li. It's pretty good for me. Can't really complain. You can see here the basket's really next to that branch is really protecting it from those putts. So, whatever. Not bad. From 12, we're moving to 13, 297. It's slightly downhill. It's a tunnel shot. Now, the basket is just past this bush on the left. So the only way to access this basket is to have something that flexes and then fades back. Now, as you can see, the fairway is pretty tight. So you either throw something straight and get lucky or throw something that flexes. I got to admit, I didn't mean to throw that with that much anhyzer, but what a great result. I'm pumped. I'm like, look at me. This is one of those shots, we've all done it. It wasn't the line you expected. You know you didn't make your shot, but you got lucky. But in your head, you're like, no, I'm just really good. And you're not. So we get to 14. Hole 420. Blaze at 420. This is, the fairway goes left and then comes back right. I just try to blast it over the rough, but it doesn't play OB. And look, I threw it with too much anhyzer. It cut rolls. Damn. Really similar to my last throw, except for the uphill made it cut roll versus flex out. So same mistake twice. Now, at that awkward distance again, I'm going with my pig. Just get it up there, please. And what did I do? What was that? I just held on to it super late. Just not good. I'm pissed. Look at me. Grab my head. No, Dave. Okay, let's get this together. Circle 2 putt. You can save this par. You can save this par. Man. Yep, we've all been there. Good bid. You know, mess up the drive, mess up the approach, mess up the putt. All in all, just a bogey. Whatever. 15, 406. Now, they changed the pin location. This used to be straight, just completely straight. Now the basket is to the left, wherever it used to be. So on the right is all the tree lines, all OB. And I did the same thing. Again, too much ante, yanked it. But luckily, as you saw, it kicked out, didn't go out of bounds. So now this is the first time I'm throwing, approaching into this pin location. I'm going to go with my Orc. My spike hyzer seems to be the shot that had been working today. And let's see. Didn't commit it out wide enough. Crashes into the tree, which probably saved me about 10 feet. But we're left with a similar look to the last hole. Circle 2 putt. Let's save this par. And I don't. See that? That's a little piece of you that dies every time you hit the cage. Or the band, for that matter. Just, it looked good at your hand, and then, dunk, rejected. I'm pissed. Tossing my putter. Limping like I'm in pain, but that's just existence. Existence is pain. 16, 303. Now the basket is straight ahead, protected by these hills, these mountains. So you have to throw something that's out wide and hyzers down, something with probably like 400 feet of power to get to 300. I go for this roller shot because if I get it just right, it'll actually hit the hill, and the hill's guaranteed to slow it down and leave it close. I just didn't throw that really well, and then it kind of disappears. I think it goes over that hill behind the pine and then hooks back into the hill. So the basket's right behind that dried grass hay there. Kind of a weird stance, trying to get comfortable, but another one just like, this one's in the circle though. Oh. Wow. Another piece of me just died. Missed 2 of them low, missed another one high. Just slumping shoulders, we've all been there. Could have been a birdie, but instead, a par. I had a chance to get another one of those bogeys back, but I couldn't. 17, 395. We're going slightly uphill. You want to be right between these pine trees. The basket's up past that silo. You do not want to go early left here. You get completely pinched off. You basically fucked. So you just want to go something straight and just get to that gap. This one, I still threw with more anhyzer than I wanted to, but decent result. In the gap. I'll take that. I like that a lot. So there's the basket. Still an uphill approach. Could go with the Anheuser, could go with the forehand. I'm setting up with the forehand now, but I think I'm going to switch to the Anheuser. I think the float will be less likely to end up in front of the silo and pinch me off. So I'm really trying to get this close. Like, need to not bogey. And from where I was, I thought that was really close. It looked good on footage too. But I know it did that. It's like circle's edge long somehow. So let's just get this together. Oh. Wow. Okay, then, well, look at me. Oh, could make the second one, but not the first. Good job, Dave. Good job. So look at that. Another bogey. Not doing good through this stretch. But don't worry, here's 18. It's only 735 feet and difficult. So you're trying to get up to that pine tree on the left. That's where the second fairway kind of turns. So you're kind of not afraid to flex something out as long as you get enough height underneath it. And you can kind of unleash here. And I did, but so much Anheuser. Again, your cut roll. Just the same mistake every hole here. It's, we need to do some field work. So now I'm way pinched off here, going for Spike Heiser, and I don't commit it out wide enough like the past two Heiser shots. So way out left. It's now same mistakes. So now there's the basket up on that hill. I'm just trying to throw something stable. Again, too much Anheuser. Still fought out of it. The tree kind of saved me a little bit. Spits out there. At this point, I'm going to pitch that up for a little par. Because I'm not running that no friggin' way. It goes down the other side of the hill. You're looking at a double bogey. And see, I started the run. I thought for a second that shit was going to roll away. But there's my tap in bogey. So not so good there. Bogey, birdie, bogey, bogey, par, bogey, bogey. Really rough 14 through 18. 67% circle 1X. That is not good. Not good at all. But I had a good time. Hope you had a good time too. Let's relive these moments. Oh no. Oh. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to check out the channel. There's some other disc golf videos. And this has been Chai Light Disc Golf.